Welcome to Virginia. It's been 25 years, but we made it back to the southwest corner of Virginia. We were there for a purpose, to spend time with my aunt and uncle. We arrived in Salem to the Dixie Caverns RV Park. If you want to know what we thought of the place, just see our 2025 recap video. This photo wraps it up. We just kept reminding ourselves we weren't there for the park, we were there for our people. Our first week, we saw my aunt and uncle most days and enjoyed snacks on their back patio, local restaurants at night, the wildlife that has become fond of yard flowers, and news stories of my family. After the first week, we had to relocate to Wytheville, about an hour away. Some obscure rule prevented us from staying at Dixie Caverns for more than a week per month, and we weren't really terribly disappointed to go. Wytheville was much nicer. It was quieter, we were surrounded by cows and sheep, and had lots of space to walk the dogs. We saw my family less often, but we did meet up one day for lunch with them and an old family friend from our cabin in West Virginia. See that video to hear more about it. We were in Wytheville for about 2 weeks and sure made the most of it. We visited a local safari/petting zoo with camels and alpacas and water buffalo and zebra and pigs. Took wonderful afternoon bike rides along the New River, explored old grist mills, and whatever else we have a photo of. We drove back into West Virginia to see the New River Gorge Bridge. I wanted to walk on the bridge walk, but all the tours were full that day, so we drove over it twice and checked it out from an overlook. We moseyed south and went to a minecart tour. Though this mine closed almost 100 years ago, they took you through how the process has changed over time. Our guide had been underground for 30 years. He's got the black lung, and to combat it, he stays active every day and gives tours, so he's forced to talk, which eases the symptoms. It was a really fun tour, and we learned a lot. Mackenzie's family mined in Tennessee, so we wanted to look at their life before they left to homestead in Nebraska. One afternoon, we drove to the Walker Lookout Tower. At first, I was pretty jazzed to climb it, but after only a few steps, suddenly the wobbling of the tower, the creaking of the frame, and the lack of a recent inspection report was creeping in. I hurried to the top. It was only about 100 feet high, and while tightly gripping the handrails, I took some quick pictures of the area. They say you can see 5 different states from this view, but I wasn't really paying attention. As I rushed down the stairs, I flew past a father and daughter on their way up that took one look at the situation and understood to get out of my way. Mackenzie said she could feel the tower shaking from my fast pace down the steps. When I saw the broken leg bolt at the bottom, I knew I had made the right decision. To celebrate our anniversary, we partook in a well-known Wytheville experience, the Dinner Theater. The show was She Loves Me, a musical. You probably know the story because the movie You've Got Mail was based on it. The show was wonderful, but the dinner could have used some seasoning. In total, we spent 2 weeks in Wytheville and found it to be a hidden gem in Virginia. We headed back up to Dixie Caverns for our last week in Virginia. We crossed the first of the month, so we were allowed back for one more week. We weren't looking forward to the campground, but it was nice seeing more of my aunt and uncle without having to drive for an hour. Though it is a beautiful country to drive through. The last 2 days, my parents flew in and spent some time with us. Mackenzie and my mom headed to Eikenberry, a local farm stand/gift shop that had a lot of tasty snacks. We had pie from Finn Castle's Pie Lady, pizza on the deck one night, and enjoyed a fancy dinner at the Hotel Roanoke the next, where I got to try classic Virginian food, peanut soup. While the accommodations weren't the best in Salem, the time sure was. We were sad to leave, but we look forward to round 2 in 2027.